I would spend countless hours living through the words on the pages and the gossip from others in my small town. Whispers of the many tales of the mythical creatures inhabiting the world just outside my walls. Like dragons flying high in the sky and swimming in the depths of the ocean, werewolves inhabiting the woods, and what intrigued me most were the vampires. They never scared me, although people would tell me how terrifying they were. I never thought that one day I'd become one, and that in death, I would feel more alive than I ever had living. Cassius was the vampire that turned me, and not much older than myself. I don't know how long we traveled for before coming across this large manor, surrounded by thick forest, enclosed by a snowy mountain, and a village just over the hill. It was too perfect to pass up. It took some time to refurbish it, and lots of dusting was done to make it not look so eerie. It quickly became a refuge and safe haven for us to relax, and before I knew it, this place became home. I just hope the previous owners don't mind us staying here, although they've been long gone since we arrived. It would be years before finding the sealed staircase. Once removing all the bricks, it revealed a ritual space, and in my research finding it to be a vampire altar. Looks like the Grimms had a secret themselves. With this discovery, the two of us finally made our existence known to the townspeople, as it'd be hard to stay hidden in our search for items for the altar. We told the locals a story that Cassius and I were siblings and distant relatives to the late Grimms, who had finally come to continue their family's work at the Grimkeeper estate. They were quick to believe it, though we became aware of the whispers and suspicions by a few known as the Hunters. They tried to spread the narrative of us being vampires, which wasn't wrong, but the work we did in protecting the villagers kept their trust in us quite strong. With collecting sand and making as many bottles as we could carry, the two of us set out to retrieve as many blood bottles as we could. Cassius would come find me, warning me of the rising sun, and being a somewhat newer vampire, I had no idea what it would do. Having mostly stayed in the shade, I was unsure and curious of what it would feel like. It eventually started to burn slightly, like the heat of a fresh sunburn, but it was not going to stop me from seeing what this mysterious altar would do, and collecting as many blood bottles as I could.
All I can find is chickens.
Give me the blood!
Moving forward, because I have no survival instinct.
Oh, there's a hunter.
Fine, it's you.
Careful.
Yeah, careful.
Don't worry, I'll come save you.
Oh. No.
Oh,
I left.
to it. Oh no.
Be quick.
Oh
I got
god.
the egg.
I'm running.
Running. She threw an egg and she ran.
I'm
Go, Ella, run! Let's go!
Let's go, run!
After retrieving my things and returning home, I decided to upgrade my gears before heading out to go mining. While I was crafting, I was unaware of the appearance of the local werewolves, who made their introduction as Bec and Val. They were extremely friendly, even giving us offerings of an alliance, but Cassian was hesitant and untrusting of them, telling me to keep my distance. I wasn't as suspicious, but kept his words in the back of my mind, before I left to retrieve more minerals and filled the remaining blood bottles for our ritual. We were slowly getting closer and closer, with only a few remaining rows to be filled left with blood bottles. In the process of collecting blood bottles, I was able to find some iron, which I took back to the manor, smelted, and made some better armor and gear for the both of us. Once done making better gear, the two of us made our way to the altar to begin the first portion of leveling up. I emptied out my pockets as much as I can so that I can hold as many blood bottles as I possibly could. And there was a lot of it. We each took turns emptying out each bottles into the altar of inspiration, which would then begin our first part of leveling up. By the end of us taking turns, we each had reached level 4, which gained us a whole bunch of new abilities, my favorite including becoming a bat.
Yeah.
So cool.
I know, right? And it's night vision too. I can see in the dark.
How do you turn into a bat?
Hold down R and it'll be like a skill wheel.
Oh,
and then-
wait, I only have resurrection. Why is that only the only thing on there?
That's smart.
There we go. Oh, I do have infect.
Okay, now you should be able to get it.
I'm a bat.
Yeah. I thought your eyes were blue, like
Oh,
different, but
Your
no, they're
eyes
the
are
same.
kind of blue, but it's probably the light.
Right.
Let's go look. Let's
Yeah.
go fly. Will we get affected in the sun? Oh,
Well, it's night now.
I gotta turn my bat mode back on.
Oh,
Give me a second. I'm coming. I'm coming.
hold on.
Hi.
Look at you! Look at this wet bat over here.
Oh, you're dripping.
The next day, I made my way down to the village, where the sun didn't affect me, later finding out that Cassius had claimed the village using a podium near the center, which made it into a vampire village, causing a magical barrier around the village to protect any vampires from the sun. But with that change and arrival of more vampires, so too did the arrival of more hunters, their members growing in crazy numbers and making it easy for me to retrieve hearts for the next portion of the ritual. In our research, we found that along with hearts, we needed to obtain pure blood bottles from barons and vampire books dropped by named vampires and hunters. It felt wrong hunting our own kind, so I tried to mainly go after the hunters. Some were definitely stronger than others, so it really was hard to tell what it was going to be like until I ended up fighting them. Or they could be like these two who just so happened to get stuck between two floors and made it super easy to get. Taking a break from hunting the hunters, I made my way into the mines to get more resources to improve my iron gear. I came across so many mobs, but because of being vampire and technically undead, they weren't attacking me. Except for the spiders, those were the only ones that seemed to notice me, which are the worst. Eventually not finding anything other than silver, I decided to fly around to see where I could go. And that led me into this tunnel, where I ended up flying down into a deep dark city, which was terrifying. In my exploration of the city and my overly confident abilities to fly away, I was not being the sneakiest while looting the chests. Setting off the sensors a few times, I took my time after this to explore and get as many things as I possibly could. Eventually, I did find diamonds, which I was very happy about, but then I also spawned the warden, and now terrified, I took that as a sign for me to leave, making my way back up to the surface. Meeting back up with Cassius, the two of us explored past our village and into the dungeon just off the beach's shores. The stuff in the chest wasn't the greatest, being either stuff we already had an abundance of or food that we couldn't eat. Eventually, though, I did get lucky and find an enchanted sword. continuing to explore, we found nothing else and decided to head back to the village where we could test out our new stuff. Oh god, there's so many.
Oh boy. We hung out enough to let them all spawn.
Oh, I got a hat. Or what is that?
Oh, a hunter hat?
No, I don't actually know what it is. I can't see it because I'm trying to... I can't... There's so many of them.
Oh. Good job.
Thank you. Oh god, there's 2 of them. Go away.
I'm coming back. Here I come.
I look crazy. Come here.
Fight for your life, fella.
Oh god, there's so many.
Oh, this guy's strong. This guy's strong.
Oh.
Hello.
He's
Oh,
wearing
he's
a
on me.
hat.
It's okay. Keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. He's distracted. Oh no, but that guy's not.
It's okay.
Look out, you're gonna get arrowed to death. He garlicked me.
There.
You did it.
I'll get the other one.
Got him. Behind you. Look out.
Oh,
Terrible twig.
we got it. We can do it. We can do it. We
Ow!
can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, I hit you.
Ah! Behind you! Yeah, hit him while he's looking at me. This is good.
I have a bunch of hearts.
Yeah! We did it.
After that battle with the hunters, I spent the next few days on my own exploring the vast world in search of a vampire forest. Finding crazy caves and flying over a ton of different biomes. It was such a nice shift from what it was the last couple days. Finally arriving at my destination, I ran around the forest for a bit, finding a few vampires, but no barons. With no luck, I eventually journeyed back home, but not empty-handed. As I would find a shipwreck submerged deep within the ocean. I would get out of bat mode, dropping down, only to find a little bit of good loot that I'd grab so that I didn't come back empty-handed. Out of the water, I realized because I was submerged, I wasn't able to become a bat, as the water was too heavy to fly out. Thankfully, having a boat from earlier in the trip, I sailed until I found land. Which thankfully wasn't too far, and I quickly became a bat, flying as fast as I could before the sun came up and I lost the ability again. Eventually, I would find my way to a trailer park, home of a vampire hunter Cassius had warned me about. Not noticing anybody home, I snuck onto the land and used the waystone to travel fast back home and head to another vampire forest. The journey there was a lot quicker than the last one. Flying over a magical but dense forest, I was wondering what could be down there. But pushing that thought aside, I continued forward, heading towards that vampire village. I would find a few barons, but they were incredibly powerful and I could not stand a chance on my own. So I'd made my way back home, where I would meet up with Cassius. Meeting up with Cassius once more, where the two of us headed back to the forest to hunt for barons, this time with much better luck and result than just myself. Finally collecting the vampire books and pure blood we needed, we headed back home to where we would finally level up at that central altar. With a ton of materials collected, I was able to level up a few times and get a lot more powers, which more often than not I would forget to use. But on the good note, it did level up my hearts, which gave me more power and less likely to die in action. By the time I'd finished leveling up, the sun was beginning to rise, making the altar unusable. Not needing sleep, I took the time to finally use more of the diamonds I found while mining to upgrade my tools, even using a few of the enchanting books we had found while exploring the deep dark. After enchanting my tools, I headed back to the mines to gather a bit more coal and gold. Exploring tunnels I hadn't before, they somehow grew larger and larger the deeper I went. Eventually, connecting back up to that city that I had found previously, it was insane how big the skulk were. I was terrified of making any missteps and accidentally spawning the warden once more. After gathering enough resources, I ended up finding the tunnel I used to get into the city in the first place, which made getting out of the cave a lot easier. Once at surface level, I decided to make a stop at the wolves' camp to say hello and get some hearts that Val and Beck had saved for me. It was the first time I had ever seen any of them in their wolf form, and to say I was terrified would be an understatement. But I knew that they would never hurt me, so I put my trust in them and took the hearts. Thanking Val for collecting the hearts, I rushed home to use the altar a few more times before the sun came up, putting the hearts to good use, not wanting to waste a single thing from the gift. It was around this time I noticed Cassius beginning to disappear for long periods of time. We would run into each other here and there, but he began showing up less and less, and eventually just never returned. I tried to maintain a routine to not let myself go crazy, but over time my days started to blur, consisting of hunting, feeding, more hunting, and more feeding. Weeks quickly came and went. I found myself exploring the world once again, this time in search of nothing in particular. Coming across an abandoned mine, I pillaged the chest, finding basic materials before heading back out and walking the autumn woods, and almost running into a hunter's camp before quickly making my escape. This repeating cycle kept me as sane as I could be, but finally things started to look bright again. On one of my typical walks, the shadow of a figure caught my attention, and there, among the trees, I came across a freshly turned vampire. Lost, confused, and of course scared. I calmed her as best as I could, learning her name was Dio. Noticing her shaking hands and bloodshot eyes to be her in starvation, I offered her an extra blood bottle I had on hand. This immediately helped her nerves, and she asked what it was. Understanding she had no idea what she was, I told her as gently as I could.
You're a vampire.
Where's the camera? I'm on a reality TV show, aren't I?
It went better than I expected, and I invited Dio to stay at the manor as long as she needed and show her how to be more powerful. She had brought back my motivation, and I wanted to help her as best I could, taking her in and teaching her the ways just like Cassius had done for me so long ago. I gave the tour of the grand mansion, showing her every room where she can go, grab food, supplies, anything she needs for her adventure and her abilities. It was fun having somebody else at home. It made the large building not so large and less quiet. I showed her the map of the area, of areas to go, where to avoid, and some great resources she'd find. One of the last places I ended up showing her was the library. All the books she could ever want, all the knowledge she could ever need. We ended up talking about how we became vampires, and it was nice getting to know somebody else, learning history from another person's perspective. It was refreshing. I then helped Dio learn how to level up, which was not an easy task, but that's okay. She knows how to do it now, and I sent her on her way to learn more about what it is to be a vampire. Over the next couple days, I helped Becs and Valve conquer a few villages to help them upgrade their abilities, where they would then help me do the same at my village. Before I knew it, I was all leveled up, returning to the village to talk to the vampire representative, who recently arrived. He requested gold level 5 pure bottles. I had to infect 25 mobs, and win 3 raids to get Lord level 1. Having already done a few raids, I made the journey to the vampire's forest, where I took on the challenge of hunting barons once again, this time with ease. On the hunt for all the requested items, I got a surprise visit from Becs, who stopped by curious about the new vampire taking residence in the manor, leaving a peace offering to Dio when she returns. For that, I'm not sure. Eventually Val arrived and the 3 of us made our way to the caves, as all 3 of us needed gold. I remembered on my hunt for barons, there had been a huge cave opening deep within the vampire forest. Thinking this might have been a good idea for resources, I took them over there, and with my night vision, I would fly ahead, scoping out the area, warning the others if there was monsters or ores ahead. Making our way into a large cave, there was plenty of resources for all of us to get. There had been often moments where I'd be flying around as a bat, and my friends would not realize it was me flying, thinking I was just a regular old bat, which led to some pretty funny moments. Throughout caving, we were being overly cautious with the amount of shulk that we found in these caves. We did not want to accidentally set off a shulker. We did not want to have a warden spawn on us. Finding whole tunnels and caverns quickly filled my pockets. Thankfully, I planned for this and brought an extra waystone with me, and we were able to teleport back and forth, dropping off resources when we had a full inventory, to continue gathering our materials. While continuing to gather resources, I ended up flying deeper and deeper into the cave, and in my exploration I somehow ended up down into the ancient city that lays under the manor, which had been quite confusing because where we entered this cave was not close to the manor at all. On my hunt for my friends, I ended up finding more diamonds, which I found a lot. I was quite surprised with how much I kept on finding, but not mad about it. While I had been searching for the others, Val had also been searching for us. And together, we had no idea where Becs had ended up, only to find out she had ended up going on an adventure in the huge cave systems. She sent us her waystone and we ended up traveling hundreds of blocks away. How she got there still confuses me to this day. Thankfully, because of the waypoint, I dug straight down, landing right on top of a little house she built within the stone walls. While we waited for Val to show up, we ended up looting the cave, finding more resources, filling our pockets once again. Once we were all together, we made our way up to the surface, where we decided to explore the area.
Your idea is completely easier. Oh, this is what was that shit that's
Never doubt me, guys. Never doubt me.
wow.
Whoa,
This is tricky. Oh my gosh.
Eventually ending up in a village where Becs and Val claimed it as a wolf village, and although being the pack's honorary werebat, everything began to attack me.
I'm stuck. Help me.
Quickly, I made a run for it, trying to escape both the iron golem, the werewolves, and anything that was trying to attack me. Finding the waystone, I teleported home as fast as I could before death could claim me. Meeting back up with Becs and a dragon a few days later, the two of them helped me conquer my last village. Becs waited outside the borders to not impact the raiding, and so that I could conquer the village without any issues. And the dragon flew around attacking the wolves, helping me out as best they could. After conquering the village, I returned home and infected the last few animals I needed to become a lord. And dropped off everything he had requested. Soon after, he requested the few more items to give me the final level of viscountess. I accepted it immediately and did everything all over again. Slaying hunters, getting pure blood, smelting gold. This time was much quicker. With having everything retrieved, I made my way back to the representative, where I dropped off everything and became a viscountess. As the days continued to pass, the hunters would retreat. The village became a safe space for all vampires. With not having anything else to do, I decided to learn how to fish, even though I couldn't eat them. Eventually using the fishes I caught to adopt a few cats to keep me company in the quiet of the manor. I named them Bean, Clem, and Cinder. Both Cassius and Dio had both went their own ways, and I was left alone once again. I'll always appreciate them. Time would continue to move, and I would continue to live and explore. But I always found my way back to the manor, my home, where this all began. If you made it this far in this video, thank you so much. I was not expecting this video to be as long as it turned out to be. If you like it, please consider liking and subscribing, as I'm in the process of making more of these type of videos. And if you have any mod suggestions, please let me know. I'm constantly on the hunt for new mods and what I could do and explore and how I can make them into a narrative story. And I also wanted to thank my friends for taking part in this video with me, and I can't wait to share what I have next. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video.
Wow.
I don't know, I cannot fly.